So if you've been on the internet at all, you would have seen this little tiny show called Solo Leveling dominate everyone's feeds. Now, it's managed to make its way to the #1 rated show on Crunchyroll, and that personally annoyed me so much, so I decided to give it a read. And I gotta say, it is slightly hijacking my brain, and I wanted to discuss my findings with you all so you're aware of what it's actually doing. Dopamine, as you might know, is the feel-good chemical, but there's more to it than just feeling good. Dopamine is the driving force behind motivation. If the brain expects that an end result will provide benefits to the needs of the body, it will associate it with a large bang of dopamine. But in order to get there, it will release dopamine as a driver to get that reward. So in short, chasing your goals is going to make you feel good. Now, most other channels might just say, oh yeah, once you have a motivation and a goal, the audience will go, oh hell yeah, let's chase that. I really got sick of hearing that, and I really wanted to know why, so this is why I'm making this video in the first place. So, what is Solo Leveling doing in particular that's getting so many people excited about it? Before I talk about all the cool stuff of motivations, goals, dopamine release, there is something else I need to address, and that is how it became so popular. And the answer to that is, it's incredibly low bar of entry. Now, other channels, yeah, that's enough. I'm going to talk about why. So, in your brain exists the amygdala. So, this part of the brain is responsible for handling fear and stress. It is what tells the brain, get out or go in. And when we feel uncomfortable, we naturally want to, recoil, retreat. We want to get out. So, take Dandadan. That's a great example. People did not like how it was so freaky. Now, some people didn't mind, but that was a common complaint I saw and why many people dropped the show. While it's a great show for those people who do enjoy that stuff, it's going to be ignored by those who don't enjoy it. Now, where Solo Leveling comes in is that there is no bar of entry. It's got nothing to turn you off, so you can't be disappointed. And if the brain is not feeling threatened or uncomfortable, it's going to say, yeah, this is safe, we can stick around. But this is not to say that any sort of bar of entry is a bad thing, because with a bar of entry, you're saying this content is made for this audience, and it will naturally allow those people who are interested to get those dopamine spikes when they see that content they came for. How Solo Leveling works around this is, since it's so basic and attracts such a large audience, it targets those core fantasies and themes that we all have as human beings, rather than appealing to a unique audience. For example, weak to strong, good-natured characters. You get the idea. But anyway, back to the more interesting stuff. So, the real reason Solo Leveling hooks you is it's because of the system. And if you don't know, the system is a mysterious power that is uniquely available to Sung Jin-woo, but we know it has the power to grant him an increase in strength as a hunter if he can survive the trials it puts him through and punish him for not obeying it. But what about that actually makes it so compelling? As humans, we like familiarity and routine. The brain requires 20% of the body's total energy just to function, so by default it will choose the path of least resistance. And the most resistance comes from having to make difficult choices. This is why we sit down and scroll instead of doing chores, it's just easier. But what if we didn't have to make choices? Introducing the routine. The reasons why routines are so effective is because the choices are already made for you, which reduces the stress of needing to decide what you need to do now. And if someone else assigns you that task, then the stress of cheating yourself is gone. Sticking to a routine provides familiarity, which reduces activity in the amygdala, which in turn makes us feel less stressed and safer. The daily challenges of the system form the routine for Sung Jin-woo, and he can't cheat on himself, otherwise he'll get punished. Combine this routine with a gaming-based magic system, and you have something that provides familiarity to the audience and the excitement of avoiding punishment, which serves as the main character's main antagonist to start with. But going back to why it's so addicting is because the system is more than just a basic routine. It contains hidden rewards and quests that act as guideposts and checkpoints for the level of Sung Jin-woo's strength. So combine the continual release of dopamine for these rewards with the mystery and unpredictability of the system, and you have a very bingeable model where the character has no idea what comes next, and nor does the audience, but the mystery of what it is still unknown. Now, while all this information elevates the experience of the plot, it can only be complete with one more thing. So, after scouring through multiple forums and videos, the largest reason why people love this show and manhwa so much is Sung Jin-woo himself. But then why do people find him so compelling? Sung Jin-woo is a self-insert, plain and simple. But if that's the case, then why do people like him so much? It's because he's intentionally crafted to be ordinary. But beyond that, he's kind, he doesn't have a lot to his name, he escapes death time and time again so he can provide for his sister and mother, all while neglecting his own safety. Everything he does is all for them. He's made basic but believable to show us that we can be like that too. And this ties into the reason as humans we like to consume fiction. It's because they can teach us things that can help us in our lives. Our brain treats fiction as a practice ground for new ideas and experiences. If you don't take away anything else, I want you to remember that. So take this ordinary kid with admirable qualities, and you'll have people looking up to him as a role model. And this whole thing takes place because of a type of brain cell called mirror neurons. Mirror neurons are best explained as our brain trying to copy the neurological reactions of someone we're observing. Put simply, our brains are hypothetically putting ourselves in someone else's shoes to feel how they feel. This is why people cringe in pain when they watch someone get hurt, because their brains are simulating that experience as if they were that person to the best of their knowledge. Put this all together, and you can see simply how Sung Jin-woo works on a neurological level. He's not given too much, otherwise he'll become complicated, but he's given enough to be likable, and our brains will see him as somebody that we can be ourselves. In conclusion, by no means am I saying Sung Jin-woo was meticulously designed to hook your brain, but I am saying that underneath all the layers of writing, this is what is happening. One last thing, the purpose of this video is just for fun. That's it, subscribe.